Alrighty. The unplanned Monday stream.
It's okay.
It is. It's all good. I had to remind Tina so he doesn't break his watch streak, but I didn't get a reply from him. But hopefully he gets notifications. Ah, all right. Let's do this thing we call lunch. Quiet on the set.
I love this shit. I love this shit. I love this shit. I love this shit.
Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB Radio Free Britannia. Coming to you live from Deltona, Florida. Celebrating over 10 years plus. And still running. Who would have ever thought they would last this long? Lunch with no other than the dynamic duo themselves, Laz and Jack.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the Shroud of the Avatar news so you don't have to do anything other than question your own personal life choices and ours, because they deserve to be questioned each and every single day here. Giveaways are open. If you are a Shroud player and you're looking for a streamer bundle, you need to go to twitch.tv/NBNN News and twitch.tv/Cynicist and bang, bundle me.
Dang it.
Yes. If you're here looking for Steam key giveaways, you need to go to twitch.tv/NBNN News and bang, I love free shit. Then come over to my side, twitch.tv/Cynicist and bang the bootay. Yes. Oh man. Hey,
Yes,
so
indeed.
yes, and don't forget, 300 bits will get you a game key on whichever streamer you tip those bits in. We can only change the programming at 500 bits or a sub, and monthly. A sub over on Laz's side gets you into the monthly subscriber race.
That's right.
Hey,
Welcome
Laz.
to today's show, boys and girls. It is Monday, July 6th, 2026, here inside Shroud of the Avatar. Yes,
This is a silly question. Whose stream did Chris chat on the other
that
day?
was Mad Dog somebody.
No, 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 no. Well, whose stream did he chat on, yours or mine, when he came in as
I believe it was mine.
Okay.
I believe it was
I wanted to
mine.
go find that video
All right,
and
Coeur
go
d'Alene
find
with
that.
1,000 bits. Coeur d'Alene, I'm going to
Thank you.
make
Yeah.
an exception today of not letting anybody change the programming because we have absolutely so much to discuss. So, what I'm going to
Yes.
do is I will pick game key winners. I will pick two additional game key winners for your 1,000 Kodos, 1,000 bits, and give those out at the end of today's show. And of course, to answer Janie Murphy, also I have to give a shout out to Quasi Bear, our newest follower.
Yeah.
Welcome, Quasi. And Janie Murphy asked the question, I thought you guys weren't streaming today. And yes, that was originally the plan, Janie.
That
But
was the plan.
yeah, unfortunately or fortunately, um, due to the information gleaned and put out by Chris after Friday's live stream, which was quite interesting, the live stream,
Oh yes.
and the postings on the forums and the answered questions and the publishing of the catnipgames.net website with all the work he's been doing and the roadmap and just a plethora of information that has come out.
Plethora.
Yeah,
Yes.
tomato. Yes, you know, Brooklyn.
Yeah.
We thought it prudent to
Brooklyn, but
jump.
there's
Yeah,
there's Spanish in Brooklyn as well.
that's right, Spanglish. We thought it prudent that
Yes.
we just, cancel the non-show today and jump right on this late breaking news because there is so much to cover and so much information coming out like we haven't seen since 2015, 2016, when they were publishing stand-up notes and, actually talking to us. And uh, I'm going to poke fun at two people real quickly, though. Uh,
Yes.
two people real quickly. Sentinel. I want episode two. I want episode two. I want episode two. And Crafty Method. They should use social media. They should use social media. They should use social media. You two guys are so single minded in the mindset of the two things you want. I can't blame you, but I got to pick fun at you because that's all you guys seem to be focused on is those two things. And I love you guys, but I just had to pick some fun at you because you guys are, regulars in our channels and regulars in our Discord. And I just, over the weekend, I just couldn't laugh how many times each one of you was just so passionate about your ideas of what you think
Yeah.
should come first. But what's come
Yeah.
first? Go
And for
ahead.
some reason keep footage on your stream. I'm trying to watch the stream from 5 days ago, last Wednesday, when Chris came in as catnip games underscore Chris,
It was towards
not
the end,
as
so
yeah, but I can't get more than like a few seconds. As soon as I start trying to skip into the video to
yeah.
alert to look at the Twitch logs, it's it's just saying like stream ended.
Oh
Um
yeah, you have if you close them out at any point, then you would have to really,
Yeah,
you might not have them.
just being a bitch on my side
Yeah.
because I was going to go screenshot the fact that on our streams, Chris came in as catnip games underscore Chris,
Not
which
a
is
shrouded
a
avatar.
new person to the stream.
Yeah.
Whereas the other stream that he was on, he came in as Shroud of the Avatar.
And another shout out to Pam 55 PAMGH 55. Another new
Yes.
follower. Thank you and welcome to NBNN.
So, but first and foremost, welcome back, Chris.
Yes, absolutely. Kudos for
Welcome
everything.
back. Welcome back.
Is
At the,
I want to,
at the,
yeah. Are you going to point it
at
out,
the
or you
same
want me
time,
to?
I'm going to say a 3-year absence from the owner of the company, not excusable.
Yes. Does not get an automatic hall pass for 3 years
Yes.
absence, but
No.
absolutely ecstatic to see him back in the saddle and to see everything that he has managed to pull off in 2 weeks' time where people said it couldn't be done. And I want to start that off by one of the topics we have here because he's actually been very active in the forums. We're not going to get to his work blogs just yet, but we're going to go to the vendor buy order search topic real quick, and we're going to just skip over this. This was posted by Tirag, and of course he wanted buy orders. And if we scroll
back
down
in 2023,
we scroll down to David DC, his answer.
if it was that simple, it would have been done since a while. But no, the code can't just be copied like this. I've spent a couple days on it and did some work, but didn't add the buy orders right now. It's still on the list, and eventually it will get in.
Yeah. 3 years later,
followed by
still nothing. We're going to go right to Chris.
Right to Chris. I implemented this on the new Chaos Shard. Should be able to see demos of it soon and targeting an October release date for it. Shipped the buy order search to the test shard into it. The game server and client build 23 deployed together, so testers can now open vendor listings and search for buy orders across every zone, sorted by the best offer per item, with the new search field, all zones switch, and per unit column.
Yes. In under 2 weeks. Also doing all this, mind you, on Unity 6.5. He's deployed a new shard, 6.5. It's taken Ravlox over 3 years to say he's got to do it step by step. Chris did it in one fell swoop. I don't understand what was so hard.
AI.
Katumis. How you doing, Katumis?
Migration.
Katumis with the sub. Thank you. That'll be a third game key for you folks at the end of the show. So right now there'll be a total of 4 for you guys. So make sure you're in on that.
Yeah. And Murphing all the way, Janie Murphy with quality of the programmer. Yes. And also AI and writing prompts correctly. So on Chris's live stream, he does actually talk about his use of AI. And that he's using 5 Claude Max accounts. So that means that he's spending like $1,000 a month just on Claude accounts.
Yeah.
The Claude Pro accounts, $100 a month. But versus
now again is this is something that we have stated several times over the past couple of years. You all in the audience have said a lot of times is, why don't they just use AI to fix their problems? Now, again, Chris admits to the fact that it's not a solve-all, but he is using a lot of it to do a lot of things. And I'm going to give you one that I think is going to be immensely helpful, which is the language translations. He's got several of them put in at pretty much 100% translation rate. And if we can get over to, where is that posted?
That's in the work blog mentioned.
Work blog
It's got
discussion. No, it's
it,
the first one, which
work.
was the
It's a
work
second
blog mentioned
screenshot that
on
he's got in there.
stream. Yeah, work blog mentioned on stream. This is where he kicks off and announces the new catnipgames.net website. And then he links to the discussion thread, which I want to happily admit that I was the first one to start the fire on that thread. And we'll get to that in just a few minutes because things that you guys are going to love to hear are in there. But
Yes.
you want to cover this real quick before we get to some of the meat and potatoes?
So
What?
the work blog mentioned on stream. Lots to read into it, but I wanted to share my up-to-date work blog. Most of the items behind the scene elements, but lots of player-facing items as well. That is on catnipgames.net. Screenshots to come as well, and here's a discussion thread that we will go over a little bit later. As promised during this stream, I expanded the localization to handle multi-byte kanji, Mandarin, simplified Chinese character set, only 3,500 characters simple, plus all text in game converted.
All
And a
text.
screenshot
Yes.
of the login screen. And also the screenshot of the new patcher, which uses content delivery networks for initial download, then rsyncs, like tech over standard HTTP to be more office friendly than the old torrent version, and dramatically simplifies the efforts as well when it's time for patches. Also, you can choose graphics engine as well as language from the tool. Unlike the previous patcher, this version is done in a native app in a single 45 megabyte file. Rebuilding it takes seconds and it self patches itself automatically.
Automatically. And
Yes.
if we look here, down here, he gives us the examples. English, of course, the original language. Deutsch,
Yes.
German, 90, and he says the 99% is pretty much 100%. French, 99%. Spanish and Italian, not just yet. Portuguese, 99%. This is Russian, I believe, 99%, and the Chinese, 99%, or Asian
Yes.
influence for all those other languages.
That's Chinese. It's not
Yes.
Korean.
Well, as
Not Japanese.
Mandarin, he
It's
said.
Chinese. Yeah. Then as I work through bugs and see there are now effectively 3 types of Kodos in the data. One for the old Kodo, one for the new Kodo, and a third for the Kodo that was purchased versus dropped. My memory on this is done because some people were screaming loudly that we sell Kodos for money, and therefore, if we let people sell them for gold, it would be pay to win because you could convert money to gold. The reality is the result is we've complicated systems, confused inventories with 2 nearly identical Kodos that don't stack, and no one in their right mind would ever buy crowns to sell them anyways, because it's 1,000 times worse than most other ways to get gold or what you would get selling to another player. We're going to simplify this, and there will no longer be 2 different types of stacks for Kodos. Instead, we will remove the gold value from all of them, dropped and purchased, combine them all into a single type. If you want to sell them to a merchant for gold, fine. First, you're bad at math. And second, do it before October. Then we hope to move to the new rule set. Too long, didn't read. Single Kodo type with no gold value starting in October.
Yes, and that's an answer to somebody who is trying to do a fix for their upgrade, fix your armor with Kodos, but they had a stack of like 150 of one kind and
Yes.
100 another kind, and they couldn't combine them to actually do that because the different stacks. And Allie put it like trying to make a single box out of wood and pine together. You can't use half wood, half pine. It doesn't work that way. You got to use one or the other. And I wholeheartedly agree that the old way was not good, but this is, taking care of something that we've complained about for a long time. Why was there the different types? Why the different
Yeah.
stacks? And again, I'll just put that kudos on that one because that was just a small little blurb you know in the whole ocean of things that we've got to come up with. And again, today,
Yes.
uh, this was from this morning, 5 o'clock this morning, my
And
time.
today's fixes going into the next chaos test server build. And I love this ticket number,
Old,
49,862.
yeah,
Crafting stations will now have an only craftable checkbox. Recipes you are missing ingredients for are dimmed and sorted below the ones you can make now. And the setting is remembered between sessions.
very cool. Yes,
Great
very
quality of
cool,
life. Or
very cool.
actually, it's not, that's a golf club, but it's not fantastic, but it is a
Again,
quality of life
it's
improvement.
just cool to see this
Yes.
shit being addressed, man. I mean, and
Yes.
again,
Oh,
the amount of
absolutely.
stuff
Yeah.
we're going to be on this for weeks, if not months, covering little tidbits that you might miss here and there. We're going to be doing videos. We're going to be,
Yeah.
again, continuing our narrative of how we think this is. And again, we're going to get to the stuff where I started the fire and
Yeah.
Jack got his stuff into it. We'll hopefully get to that in today's show. But
Auto
let's.
decline party invites. For in multiplayer options, matching the existing auto decline for duels. Gold
Nice,
crowns of the obsidians, we already covered, but it's listed there. Location sharing is now a three-way choice. Everyone, guild only, or no one. Guild
nice,
only shows your location to guildmates in the social list without broadcasting it to everyone.
nice. Other nice.
Um,
QOL.
yes. Um, with prevent movement while casting enabled, pressing jump mid cast no longer cancels the spell. The key is ignored until the cast finishes. Will you be able to escape out of a spell with escape,
Escape key.
or are you forced to finish that casting? That's a a question that I will have. Um, and yes, that is a good thing. And friends now show in green in the players in the current scene list, so you can see at a glance who you have not friended yet.
Oh, nice.
And Control
I like
U
that.
highlights planter boxes that have an open planting spot, the same way Control W shows unwatered plants. New game options. Oh, I
Hmm.
should have added that to my list.
That's okay.
Oh, yeah.
That thread is open for discussion, and who knows?
Yeah.
By now, he might have even answered your question. We don't know that yet. So
Yes. Vendor by order search. The vendor listings window has a new buy orders toggle. Search to who is buying an item across all zones, sorted by the best offer per unit. This one is
global,
already
folks.
live on the test. Yes,
Global,
on
folks.
the
This is not
test
just
shard
yeah.
as of build 23. Fishing XP now scales with the catch's trophy length instead of flat per zone amount.
Nice. A
I want
nice
to
one
know
for those officials.
who is testing the new stuff for Chris.
I'm gonna guess right now it's his people. It's gonna be Allie. It's gonna be Justin. It's gonna be Ravlox. It's gonna be those people right now. But
Vesper, maybe.
possibly
Yeah.
Vesper. Again, and I'm not asking if he's out there for him to divulge or not divulge, but if he feels like it, he can as well. I don't
Or is
know.
it Chris?
Yeah, but he has said that he has a few people testing this in the
Yeah.
background, and he's hoping to soon open it up to more people from the community to actually get there and get a chance to test this stuff while he's building it to actually be real bug hunters and real QAers of this new build system that he's
Yeah.
working on. So And yet another one.
Yesterday evening and probably most of today will look slow as I'm working on a big task, replacing the core networking library we currently use, which is Photon. This is a critical next step for a few reasons. First, it's the only piece of non-open source software we use on the server. While we have a permanent license for Photon, if we ever wanted to spin up additional servers or release the servers to players, replacing Photon would make that much easier. Reason number two is Photon Server is the last piece of Windows only software left in the tech stack. If we can replace it, then our entire stack can be Linux top to bottom. Previously, our tech stack for the server was Windows across the board. One of the first things I tackled upon setting up a fresh shard was moving everything to Linux but Photon. The current new shard is Linux for everything and then a single headless Windows VM running on the Linux stack for the Photon servers. In total, this means replacing almost 650 calls to Photon, and that is after building a new library that can roughly do the same job as Photon, which in itself is a big task. So far, it's moving way faster than expected, currently still on the build new network library side of things, but already getting close to having that fully functioning. For the nerds in the audience, step one was identifying all the responsibilities and documenting them, then identifying where we fit the server tech in the library versus what we actually needed to see if that helped simplify things at all. Third step is building a system to fully replace our new smaller requirements. On the fourth step now, with everything fully documented and itemized, I'm now building out a mountain of unit tests to prove out the tech across the board and also to benchmark things as we go. Unit tests, I love that word. Oh, yes. That means he's testing his code, people.
Absolutely.
Testing his code. Fuck that's
Testing and securing, nonetheless. He
yes,
mentioned that
yes,
several times. Testing and securing.
yes.
Something that's
And
I've heard several people mention.
hopefully he's also fuzz testing as well. Hopefully that is part of his testing. Hopefully. Yeah, and Tina says, we have seen the level of testing that has been done in the past. That means he's saying the right words. Yes, he's saying the right words. Kachinis has built a Photon replacement with eNet as a base. It's very durable, but just curious what he used. I do not know.
Vitor with
good news-
1,000 bits. Thank you, Vitor. Also, Coeur d'Alene
Yes.
with another sub earlier. I missed you, Coeur d'Alene. Sorry about that, but thank you. I think
We
we're
don't
now
have to
at.
match
Go ahead.
Photon's performance. A single Photon server can handle thousands of connections. Because we cluster our game servers, we really just need to be able to handle a tenth of many. Just wanted to share to the nerds in the audience, and also so people don't think I'm losing steam because I had fewer items in my work blog today. It should just read building and testing new networking library. And if that is all said for the next week, that would be a huge lift. This isn't a make or break item, but it's definitely make everyone's lives easier going forward. If I can pull it off, wish me luck slaying the dragon.
Wish you luck.
And that was at 5 o'clock in the morning. Yes.
Yes, wishing you luck. But yeah, one of those little tidbits that most of you may have missed up in here was the fact that where is it here? Let me get it. Duh, 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 duh. Where is it? Is it this one or the other one? But basically, where he mentions that spinning up new servers, I guess I have to just F3 it real quick. So if we ever wanted to spin up new servers or release the server to players, is a key word there, because he even mentioned that in his live stream.
Private servers.
which would allow you to, in essence, yes, run private servers
Private
like
servers.
the old UO shards, without third party key breaking and all that stuff. If he wanted to release that code would then be releasable to the public. But again, I'm not holding my breath on that one. But the fact that he's mentioned it a couple of times now brings some new hope to possibly expanding things like this and like letting players like Katumi's, who's been working effortlessly on his own, or not effortlessly. What's the word I'm looking for?
Working on his own.
He's been working tirelessly to backwards engineer it so he could run a private shard. Well, Katumi's, you may not have to do that in the future. And what is he saying here? Excuse me.
Yeah. He also added as a disclaimer that when they are old and all is lost, they could release the code.
Yes, that true, very much. Yeah, but he also stated that one of the reasons why the company was sold to him was so that it could live in perpetuity without the possibility of it just being shut down and dismissed as something that just never made it. And again, we're here now, 13 plus years from the initial launch. We've been here just about 12 years now, just doing this. And again, that first year,
Well,
I was just
so
following the game. I wasn't playing because they were only open on weekends and special times.
the game did go live in 2018.
Well, the true
So
live, but
we've been there before launch,
yes, way before
streaming
launch.
all the time. Yeah, streaming daily before launch.
Quasi
So
says, I would love my own service, as would I, Quasi Bear, as would many people out there, just to be able to have your own server to play on. Or, there's a lot of games that do it. GTA does it. Um, what is that other one that I used to
well,
play?
you would also have to like turn around and have like different rule sets, and then possibly do like, hey, we're gonna play on this rule set server.
Right, but
Oh,
I like the
no boo.
idea that he could, spin up a new shard and then create different rules. So, unlike Ultima Online, where they added additional territories for the, I know, Care Bears, uh, and had to make a place where they could be safe in their,
Oh
little
yeah.
play spaces. He could open up a full blown everybody is PvP shard and full loot and have at it and do whatever the hell you want if he really wanted to. The possibilities here just wobble the mind for what he's been mentioning and what he's said so far. But I'm going to break us here real quick because we got to pull some streamer bundles
Yes.
real quick.
Conjure Dragon receiving mine.
Vitor is getting mine. Congratulations to you guys.
And I'm going to reiterate, no excuse for him to take 3 years off from
Again,
sharing
is
information.
we're not giving him a
No
hall
excuse.
pass, as Jack coined that,
Yeah.
for the 3 years absent, but um, he's
It is good, the information that and
he's making
processes he's bringing back to the team.
he's making a hell of a lot of cadence in making up for it, and I'm
Yeah.
hoping that everything that he's posted again is a lot of information to cover, and this is going to keep us in content for an
At
extremely
least a
long
decade.
time if this keeps up at the rate it's kept up so far. I also got to remind everybody that Chris will be streaming again this Friday coming
On
up,
Friday. Yes.
and he
And
did
then the
run over
following
2 hours this past Friday, and then he will be there, yes, on the following Friday for the Lord British birthday stream, where they're going to be talking about a lot more stuff in depth for those. So if you haven't been following the live streams. I actually watched almost 2+ hours of the live stream as it was live for the first time in, I want to say, years, literally, because
I was watching
again,
World Cup.
um,
I did go
uh,
back and
um,
watch most of it. Oh yes, yes. Much nicer not to have.
yes.
Uh,
Um,
uh,
Now he did repeat himself and scroll several times, but again, this is his first live stream by himself in over 3 years, and I got to give it to him that he's got to get his feet wet. He's got to get used to doing all that stuff again and getting that stuff handled. And as he gets back into the swing of things, like he didn't have giveaways open. He didn't have
that's okay. That's
yeah,
okay.
and he didn't have subscriptions popping up on screen, all that stuff, like the other streams do. And again, that's okay. Um,
Hey, we have that.
I know, but
Hey, you have ads more so than I do.
yeah, I don't know why is they're just on. I
Don't
mean,
get
that's
into
just it
the
is.
department. Yeah. But yeah, there lots of good things were said. We will cover a lot of it. He did solicit some assistance from the community. And did we want to start off with his work blog? Well, we covered the
No,
work blog, but the feedback
I want to
page.
I want to jump to another topic that
Okay.
came from Mondravis, which was banning for a house. Another contentious problem that you and I have had problems with, and everybody else has had
Yes.
problems with, which he
I,
has replied to. And again, he's now replying to some of these older. This is a 2+ year, well, about a year plus right now. This was August of last year, so about a year
yeah.
when this post was made.
Hold on. I'm trying to find that one. Did I even open that one up?
Hey, you might not have.
Yeah, I did. When someone is banned from a house, it should kick you out of the house and not let you stay in. And this
Now,
was posted in
currently,
2025.
if you're inside the house and somebody bans
And
you,
we've
you are
demonstrated this
locked in the
on stream.
house. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
When you're outside, it
Uh,
just locks, it stops you
well,
from entering the doors, but does not
yes.
stop you from entering the property.
Well, remember that you can have an open door if you ban me from the lot. I stay on the lot. I just can't leave the lot without teleporting out.
Yeah, so
Um,
jump
because
right
I
to
can't get
Ravlox
through the
here
doors.
because this
Yeah.
was one of them silly, stupid, and again, I use this term loosely because if you don't understand the
Moronic
question,
response.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
If possible, want some clarification. Was the player's access level removed, kindred or co-owner, or were
what
they
does it
banned?
matter? He said banned. Did you not read?
Yeah.
know, banned for a house, banned. So
And
what more
followed
clarification
by
did you need?
Vesper killed me in my house. So when I rezzed, I went to the stone and banned him from my house. He was still in my house. He killed me again and didn't leave my house. So he was banned. But since he was already there, he didn't. He got to stay there until he left. And thank you, Bytor, for that 1,000 bits. I would think if you banned him, it would kick him out of the house. He said that is not the case. It has always been that way. If he could kill you, you would either be in a PvP zone or be flagged PvP yourself. In that case, common sense says to lock your doors to prevent anyone from entering unless you want PvP. Blah 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 blah. Let's skip to Ravlox. This is not a bug. It is correctly posted as a wish list item. Manual advises players added to your ban list are blocked from passing through doorways and are prevented from entering the basement or dungeon. Banning a player does not prevent player from being able to walk onto your lot. and he missed the point again.
Yes, absolutely.
Banning, being able to eject someone from your lot by banning them, exploit, flipping the ban on and off, and fighting PvP. This would also open to non-PvP flagged players getting griefed.
I don't see how.
No.
Yeah, I don't see how.
Yeah. And let's just skip down to Chris's.
Yeah.
And fixing this to evict them unless both the homeowner and the banned person are flagged as PvP.
Yes, because that is the exception. If you're both PvP and you're trying to exploit locking them out so that you can escape the PvP, then unflag. You don't need to be flagged PvP because you want the added experience, but you don't want the consequences of being flagged. I'm sorry, that's not what PvP is for. I know there are many people out there who are flagged PvP and they run around free to do what they want, and maybe once in a while get caught up by somebody.
Most of them are doing it for the benefit
The
of the
experience
XP
benefit.
because,
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, we've got 20 something friends online right now.
I've actually got 30 today, which is
I've
amazing.
got
So
24.
I've got a pretty high count, the highest count I've seen in a couple of weeks. Most of them have been in the mid to low 20s. So again, now one of the other things I want to address, and um, I didn't give you this. This actually came from. Let me see. Is it here? Is it? It's over here. This is a clip from the Mad Dog channel. And
Share it.
yeah, I'm getting you the link right now, and I want everybody to listen to this very closely, and then I'm going to ask the big question. Okay. So let me make sure I got the volume up. I am at 00, and this was he's inserted his own stuff into here, but what I really want you to pay attention to is what Chris has got to say. You ready to count it in?
Okay. 3, 2, 1, start.
What's a paladin?
Oh, look, a small girl, and she has a girl voice. Isn't that cool?
Betrayal.
Oh, that didn't work.
I think initially when I came in and talked to the team, I was like, okay, I just want kill it all. I don't care about any additional money revenue. If we're going to make any money from the game, or the way we want to make it, it's by making the game better and getting people back into the game and getting new players into the game. Which is actually why I jumped on Mad Dog Huts yesterday. I was like, here's a streamer I've never seen who is enjoying the game and awesome, and he gets it. And he's also confused when he goes to look at Reddit, and he's like, what are these people talking about? This are they playing the same game? Are they talking about the same game? So that's the type of person we want. We want to attract the new users. We want to get people in here.
A little while.
Okay. I'm not even going to go after that. We don't care about this. We don't want to do that. We just want the new players. Well, Chris, how are you getting money just from new players? Would you please enlighten me? Because just getting new players does not mean you're going to get revenue. You still need the store. You still need subscriptions. You still need an income stream. And I don't understand why you say you don't care about the money, but you think that just getting new players, if your rationale
Well,
is
you need them to stay. You need them to purchase things. You need them to subscribe. But for now, he is not focused on that right now. That's the way I'm reading this.
okay.
Right
I mean,
now, he's focused on fixing a bunch of shit that needs to
I'm
be
guessing
fixed.
that he's under the assumption, and again, what happens when you assume, and again, this is my thoughts, is that with the new players will enjoy the new stuff and the content a lot more, and they will sub, which will bring in the revenue. But he doesn't ever actually state that. And Quasi Bear says that Chris did call out Ravlox for concentrating on new store assets. Um, I don't consider that a reality. Um, in general, yes, he did. But um,
Well,
one of the
not
problems I
that
still have is
yeah,
that when you have stuff that is subscriber only and then you put that stuff in the store, you're
yeah,
disenchanting your subscribers as well as the player base while you're doing this. Okay. Now,
yes,
having, say, a lesser craftable item of something that was a subscriber reward is one thing. Giving them the actual subscriber reward that they can buy piecemeal later on does not help put those subs into place. Okay, because if I can just go buy like I can now, let's go to the store real quick. The subscriber bundles for this past month were, let me scroll back up here real quick. Uh, uh,
birthday
uh.
candle, eight
It,
pack.
it was, yes, it was the Golden Garden Bower. Choose one, garden urns with ferns, and an 8 pack of assorted birthday candles. Okay. But as you'll see in the store and the recently added, the assorted isn't there yet. They're all single color, which is fine. But he's going to put the assorted in there for probably the 300 price if somebody wants that. Keep that shit exclusive to your subscriber base. That's why people subscribe. Aside from wanting to support the game, I will guarantee you that that is a big one for most people. Again, I do it A, to get the rewards, but B, I do it mostly to get the kodos so that I can return a big portion of those to you guys every month in my monthly supporter raise. I give away more than half of the kodos I get. I give away 5 out of the 900 every month. And of course, last month was a rollover, so this month's winner actually got 1,000. But again,
Yeah,
that's why I subscribe. I use those kodos to incentivize you guys to get in on that race and help support our channel. But that's neither here nor there. But the catch is that most of this stuff that is subscriber stuff. If you want them to subscribe and be loyalty subscribers, you got to make that stuff subscriber only. That's just my 2 cents on this. So, with that being said, we've got a few minutes. You wanted to jump to uh, his work blog discussion, was it?
yes. So on his work blog mentioned on the stream, lots to read, but I wanted to share his up-to-date work blog. Most of the items are behind the scene elements, but lots of player facing items as well.
Nope,
The
nope, nope,
screenshot.
nope,
No,
nope.
wait, not that one.
Yeah,
It's
not
the
that
other.
one.
It's the Atos work blog discussion.
That's the one.
And trying to keep my work blog clear, but I thought I would start a thread for discussion of items.
And of course, I could not help but being the first one to jump in and test the waters and see what happens here. And you'll notice the timestamp on this 2:02 p.m. Right shortly after he did this at
Yesterday.
about 1 o'clock. I was about an hour later when I noticed it, but I'm going to read mine. With all the work being done with the vendor buy/sell stuff, is it going to be possible now to make it so a player can list, say, 10,000 of an item and have people buy 20, 50, 100, or 1,000 per transaction? This will help also cutting down the time for lists to load. Great work on that so far, and kudos, absolutely. If you all haven't heard, Chris has got the vendor search down to 15 seconds of getting that information up on screen. No longer will you wait 2 minutes, and he's working to even get it faster than that. As well, make it easier for people to list and not have 30 stacks of 20 for single items. Thanks and welcome
Yeah.
back, Laz. And you will notice
And
that
Chris,
he was
I
come
would have,
back
yes.
uh, 8 minutes later
8
with an
minutes later.
answer. 8
Yes.
minutes with an answer. I loved it.
I will investigate this as an option. Much larger change, but I agree. Important and will reduce clutter of duplicate listings. Thanks and glad to be back.
Yes. And again,
But
happy
Wish
to have you
Wish
back.
Dragon, what are the chances some of this will be in the vendor search options? Right now, we have to weed through countless items that we may not care about just to find vendors for that have specific configuration we are looking for. Would love to search on every property of an item and globally. Don't care that we have to travel manually to do it. Just want to know if it exists and where. And here's a link to that. I want an example of the system I'm talking about. Go sign up for a free Endless Journey account for Ultima Online, then look at the vendor search, blah, blah, blah. You can filter its stats, blah, blah.
Okay, now what he wants, and again,
It
I
is
think
a
I think I
global
think
vendor
Chris
search.
no, is what
Yeah.
he wants is he wants to be able to search for a specific stat on a specific
Yeah.
weapon and be able to pull it out of the blue. Now, I think that's going a little too far in the search queries. I think he addresses it later here, so
Well,
I'm not going to delve too deep into it because,
that's just additional search boxes. That's all it is.
well, he said he's trying to keep it lean and mean, but again, he addresses
Yeah.
it here later on. And Rick Dahl, yeah, is that's Rick Dahl who
I don't want to
he
bash
says,
Rav, but I think
yeah,
this is now about moving forward, not looking back. That said, comparing Chris's working with meaningful game compared to the work blog of Rav is 100% deco. This is what a clear example of what is refreshing about Chris coming back. Absolutely, he's trying to work on the game and
amen.
fix broken things that have been broken for years. I agree with you. Whereas Rav was working on
Dungeons,
dungeon pieces and
dungeons, rocks,
oh yeah,
rocks,
rocks.
rocks. I placed a
Knight Rider
rock.
with horses that can jump and usable boats to perhaps fish and fight from. And as far as the vendor search, as I mentioned on stream, I already rebuilt the way that we query the bulk items from the server. That change will make this much easier, though still very difficult. Currently, we're stripping items down to just the minimum data needed. I am going to work on a plan to make this work in the new system and see if I can update it to also index on stats.
But no promises, Rick
Which
Dahl.
would no promise. Love both of them, but both are tough. Horse jumping might be on my short list, even though it's hard though, due to it being such a high demand item. Interesting times for certain. So for the crowns change, will our separate piles of crowns auto merge in our inventory? No, they won't auto merge. You've got to click to merge them.
No.
So
Well, you're jumping the gun on that one because she's talking
or
about the
the
dropped
crowns,
ones
crowns of the
versus the
obsidian.
bought ones. Yeah.
Yes.
No, you
Or will
jump.
we just log in at some point and find we have two piles of them that can now be manually combined? Yes. Why would they automatically merge them? Probably will leave it to you guys unless we can be certain it won't upset people. I suspect some people have Kodos and stacks and would be angry if we messed up their system. Fair enough. Mostly just curious.
Yeah.
Forum update from Knight Rider. Just a minor thing here, which is will come in time with a forum update, but it's difficult to attach photos or videos, as I recall. I think currently we need to use a third-party host, I believe. But as a bug hunter, it would be nice if we could upload photos and videos reproducing a bug without third-party tools. Sometimes this is difficult or long to convey things only in text. Oh wow, started watching the screen. Voiced dialogue is going to turn this into almost a whole new game. Might need to do a quest reset to experience that. And some asshole with a
Some
whole
guy,
laundry
some
list
idiot.
because he said on the stream that you also needed some ideas on things that should be fixed. In the combat category, number 1, enable collision for mobs. Number 2, fix graphics for spells. The visual range should scale with the actual range of the affected area. And
Absolutely.
if you don't know what I'm talking about, cast Immolation or Ring of Fire and then go level it up a lot and find out where the actual damage is coming from. Or Earthquake. Any
Yeah,
AoE spell that has a graphic or any
that's a
bard
tough
spell.
one. Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bard spells more, and the fire spells absolutely.
Yeah. Earthquake is harder because seeing the cracks on the ground is kind of a fix attenuation of magic. Increasing tree raises attenuation in that tree, but lowers attenuation in the opposing school. Improve the mob AI. No reason that a tier 1 mob and a tier 15 mob of the same type use the exact same skills. I will use pigs as an example. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go to the South Drockfald Spur and kill the tier 2 and the tier 15 mobs that are in the scene. One has 70 hit points, the other one has 30,000 hit points.
And the same exact skill set.
Yes. They will occasionally run and stun you. And that's about it. And I am aware that some of the mobs there are some mobs that have more varied repertoires than others, but it's more common for all to use the same skills and need the loot tables updated. Why don't they drop the armor weapons that they are using for humanoid mobs?
Yes.
And there's a disconnect in the loot tables and mobs.
Something we've said since almost day one. If an archer has got a bow, an arrow on him, his loot should include the bow and some arrows. I mean, that's just
Absolutely. Yeah.
common game sense. But
Yes.
we'll
Kidneys,
keep,
man. Kidneys.
hopefully, yeah, kidneys. That's right.
For PvP, you need player factions, you need actual guild wards, you need loot, and PvP zones are supposed to be the most resource heavy, yet they are. And fixed game mechanics like pickpocketing allow picking of NPC pockets.
Another
and
big
it's
one.
currently disabled in all zones, as all zones are no loot, and re-enable it for PvP. And Bard, figure out what you want. And this is something we demoed last week. There are two
Absolutely.
types of existing bards in game. One, using artifacts, where you play an instrument and it will buff for a short amount of time, but you must stay out of combat and continue to play to continue buffing. Number two is the bard skills. You need their OP with a pet, and extremely long cast duration and insufficient damage output for them due to the long cast time. Hence, most do Bard Tamer combo to
Spoiler alert.
fill the Bard support role.
Spoiler alert, one of the very first things he addressed was the Bard Tamer. And the Bard Tamer is getting the nerf. So
yeah,
be prepared for it, and don't say nobody warned you about it, because it is coming. So if you're a Bard Tamer, I wouldn't know anybody who happens to be a Bard Tamer. Yeah. But yeah, the nerfs are coming. Just putting that warning out there. All right.
Yes. And
Wrap this up.
scene, sneak scene does not use the in-game mechanic of sneaking. It is a conversation avoidance. Either fix it to use the in-game sneaking or remove the scene. Episode 2, finish it. We've only been told since 2019 it was coming soon.
That's right. Gotta stick that
the
one
new
in
player experience. We have 3 starting zones. Players not allowed to choose the zone they start, and remove the 3 starting trees. Allow players to pick their first weapon and armor types during character creation and the area that they want to start in. And since each was designed with a bunch of starter quests. Crafting and increase the amounts of craftable resources. And by that, I mean, fix fucking crafting to where, hey, if I'm crafting 90, make that number much higher. And allow players to step away from crafting tables once a craft is started. That way the time sink is not staring at the crafting interface. Vending, enable stacks, set price amount for individual item and let the purchaser set how many they want to purchase. In resource gathering, allow all mature trees to be harvested. A boundless forest with only 4 harvestable nodes is a joke. Yes, I'm aware that this requires significant reworks of maps and 6 painted trees with potentially trees that grow mature over time, like
Yes.
every other game.
And then we will pick up from here and other stuff on Wednesday
I'm
because Cora's
sure
got a
it's going to
couple
get
additional
yes,
comments there. And this is going to be an ongoing open discussion that Chris has been actively replying to so far. And
yes.
again, unlike in the past, I hope that he continues this momentum going forward. And again,
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
kudos for everything that he's done in just 2
Welcome
weeks'
back.
time and just putting
Yes.
it in his mind and getting shit done. So kudos, Chris. And again, welcome back, my friend. It's been a long time, and I'm going to say it one more time because the hater is going to hate. But this came directly from Chris himself the other day. Gotta run, get the kiddo, but you guys might bash
Yes.
us a lot. But you're still here 10 years later, and I appreciate that. Okay, so he
Yes.
knows, he understands what we do and why we do it and how we do it. And of course, today was all you, Chris. And again, kudos for everything that we've seen since Friday. And there is just so much to take in here that, again, we're going to be on this for a long time, and October is going to be here in the blink of an eye. So, and we haven't even touched on the October date, and this will cover all that on Wednesday. But we got to get out of here. I've got about 7 game keys to give away, streamer bundles to give away. So I'm not going to do the whole price thing here. I'm just going to pick winners.
Well,
And
Vovanov is getting my Steam key,
yeah,
and Knight Rider got my streamer. And Vovanov is getting Evil Genius 2 World Domination Deluxe Edition.
Conjurer Dragon, you are going to get my streamer bundle. And then getting out to the game key portion. Okay, here we go. Game keys, game keys, game keys. A lot of people are getting game keys today. So, first game key, Crafty Method. Crafty Method, you're going to get a copy of War Tile on Steam. And I'm just going to blow through these and I'll get the keys out to you all afterwards. If you haven't got it already in your library, then just let me know and I will replace it. Second key going to Selenia. Selenia, you're going to get a copy of Funko Fusion. Third game key going out to Jigoku. Jigoku getting Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War 2 Anniversary Edition. Fourth game key going out to Croc 2020. You're going to get a copy of Played Up. Fifth game key going to Conjure Dragon. You're going to get a copy of Battletoads. Where was I? Fourth or fifth? I'll just say this is the fifth game key. If not, I'll do one extra. Going to Coeur d'Alene. Coeur d'Alene is going to get the Entropy Center. Sixth game key is going to be Andrea KOS, the Brewmeister Beer Brewing Simulator. And last but definitely not least, going out to Tina O'Neill, Little Orpheus. Little Orpheus. But we got to get out of here. We are way over time. Not way over, but a few minutes. But we will be back with more on Wednesday. Meanwhile, big shout outs to Katumis, to Coeur d'Alene, to Bytor, to Pang, and to Quasi Bear, new followers. Thank you all for the support, as well as all the rest of you who are here each and every day. Appreciate you all. Love you guys and gals. And we'll be back on Wednesday. Till then, I'm Laz,
I'm Jack.
and this is NBNN. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you all on Wednesday.
Bye bye.